to Game for Glory Wednesday nights with your host, The Judge. So I'm going to throw that on, and we'll get right into these bans and picks. First pick, ban pick for the blue team is going to be a Twitch ban. Twitch, very strong with his invisibility, his ambush. Get around the map, combos very nicely with Shen for sweet ganks. And purple team's going to go ahead and ban out Riven. Riven, of course, very strong solo top. Can be jungled, not often jungled. But you could do it, in theory. So, not a bad ban. She's got stuns. When she starts snowballing, it is ridiculous. So it's not a bad thing. Next ban for the blue team is going to be a Lee Sin ban. They don't want to deal Lee Sin. Lee Sin seems to be a very popular ban in these G4G matches. Strong jungle, strong top, sweet ganks. And purple team's going to come back with a Shen ban. So they don't want that Stand United coming down for a potentially four-man gank happening on their team. Blue team's final ban is going to be Sivir. Strong ADC. Don't see a lot of play on her recently, but hopefully there's a change coming down the pipe for her. I'd really like to see that, as I am a pretty big fan of playing Sivir. And purple team's going to ban out the Vayne. Vayne is a very strong duelist, of course. Gets that Bork going, and then she goes ham. She goes a little bit ham. First pick for blue team, we're going to see the J4 come out. J4 strong jungle, potential top, but I doubt that. And purple team, they're going to come back with, looks like a Thresh pick, potentially. We'll see if they lock that in. And a Volibear pick. Volibear, good support. Potential jungle, but most often support. Well, I don't see Volibear played that often in Vibes when I do play it, so who knows where they go with this. Could support, could jungle, but Thresh, probably going to be the support this time around. And it looks like they're going to switch, actually. Instead of going with Volibear, they're going to go with a Vi pick. Let's see if that sticks. And it's going to get locked in, so it looks like they're going to go with Vi as their first pick here. Technical first pick, I suppose. It's not actually their first pick, but it will be their technical first pick. And Thresh, of course. Thresh, possibly ADC, but I doubt it. Probably going to be the support. And then blue team's going to come back with some picks here. Looks like they're going to pick up Zyra and lock in Zed immediately. Zed's a pretty strong laner. Potential solo top, but I think we'll probably see him mid this time around, as Zyra's often played as support nowadays. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm pretty sure you're going to see that Zyra down at the bottom supporting the ADC. Next picks for purple team. Let's see what they go with. It looks like they're going to pick Morgana. And you'll probably see that Morgana mid, but you could support Morgana, but I don't think that's what's going to happen here. Most likely going to be mid, and then Jace being picked out. Jace still very strong, even though you can't stack. Ooh, and a potential Blitzcrank pick. I'm not sure if they were just hovering over him to show the other team that you can, in fact, pick him this time around. I'm surprised we didn't see a Blitz ban, honestly. But it looks like they're going to pick up their ADC here with the Ezreal. And they're going to lock in that Jace. Most likely top Jace, but potential mid. We'll have to see how that goes. And then last picks for blue team coming out here. Looks like they're going to pick up their ADC. And a Nidalee. Let's see if this Ashe sticks. It might not. Ooh, switch to Renekton. Renekton, a very strong solo top. Used to main Renekton. He's a lot of fun. Looks like they can't really decide what they want to do here. If they go Ahri, that'll probably be mid, which will put Zed up top. But we'll have to see how they play this. They've only got 15 seconds here to lock this in, so we'll see how it goes. Ahri very strong in the mid lane with the ball. When those minions are lined up, she can just cut them all down pretty easily. And it looks like they are going to lock in that Ahri and Ashe pick. Ashe, an older ADC, but she's still very strong and fairly often played, actually. Very popular ADC, and she's pretty cheap to buy, so a lot of people probably own her. And of course, last pick coming out here for Purple Team, and it looks like they are going to pick up that Morgana, unless they switch it out last second here. Nope, there's the lock-in. So we now have these teams locked in here. Looks like some trading going on, get everyone the champs they want. And I think they might have hovered over that Morgana earlier, but they wanted to wait and see who the mid was going to be. Trades going on both teams here. I'm surprised there's no Zac pick. Zac is very popular, especially on blue team. Zac and G4 is a very, very strong team comp. Especially if you pick up like other champions that have area ults like that, like Ahri, or not Ahri, Nami, with her tidal wave. It gives her a very strong ability to disengage the fight. And but I think this, well, they do have that Zyra though. She can plop down her ult in the middle of Zac and G4, and Ashe will be able to help secure those kills as well, with Ahri being able to chase Ashe's arrow going right down the middle. So let's turn that off and take a look at summoner spells, see where everyone's going. Although I'm sure you probably figured it out if you're watching the stream right now. So it looks like we're going to have Ahri mid, unless of course they do lane swapping, do some trading. But Ahri's going to be the mid player. Zyra's probably going to support that Ashe in the bottom lane. Like I did say earlier, Zyra's become pretty much a support champ. I pretty much never see her played in mid anymore. And then, of course, G4 in the jungle, and it looks like Zed solo top. I suppose Zed and Ahri could trade out, but I highly doubt that's going to happen on that. And then Purple Team, you've got Vi in the jungle. Vi very strong at cutting through armor, but Blue Team doesn't have a lot of tanks. So it shouldn't be too bad. I think as long as they build some health items, they'll be okay against the Vi. Morgana with her root and her puddle, fairly strong. With that teleport though, I think she might go top, but I'm not entirely sure. She might just be taking that for the strong ganks. You know, teleport in and throw out her prison and lock people down and help secure kills. And I think that's probably what we're going to see out of her if she, well, either way. Even if she does go top, I think she'll still use that teleport for some sweet ganks. And Juiciest Jace on Jace. It sounds like this guy likes to play Jace a lot, and that's sweet. I like Jace players. Jace is very strong. Not quite as strong as he used to be. They nerfed him a bit with the tier nerf. That's not a bad thing, though. Playing against that, the ability to stack your tier just non-stop. It's good that they've changed that out. And then, of course, Thresh and Ezreal, classic bottom comp. Thresh, a very strong support. Most support players should know how to play Thresh. He's very strong with his death sentence and his lantern, the ability to pull ganks in from the jungle or from way back at the tower. It's very useful. And then Ezreal with his ability to clear lanes simply by shooting his ult down. And the cooldown on his ult isn't that bad. It's fairly short, in my opinion. I bet we'll see a blue Ezreal, as it's pretty much the meta now for any Ezreal player. Throwing out the blue Ez, and it's a good play. Blue Ezreal is very strong. He's got the ability to kite. Doesn't deal massive damage, but he can kite for days, as he really doesn't have any mana problems once he gets going. And we are just getting into the load screen here. So I'll throw that down. And we will take a look at portraits and see what players we're looking at. These are the high ELO games, so everyone here I believe is diamond, gold or diamond at least. So some good players here for sure. And I'm looking forward to watching this game. That's a old school skin, the Sherwood Forest Ash. It's a good one. Just waiting on loads here. While we do that, check out Game4Glory.net, guys. You can play games, win money. They have almost daily games, and they have early games and late games. Later games are for lower ELO players, but that's fine. It means you could have more time to prepare after work, after school, whatever you're doing. You know, check them out if you're not already from there. I'm sure a lot of you guys are, and you're just stopping by to check out the cast, and that's cool too. It's awesome when you support startups like this, like Game4Glory. You should be supporting them. I support them. And we are almost loaded here too. Sweet. I don't have to ramble on more. Come up with things to say. If my Twitch could load and I could look at the chat, I'd throw shoutouts to people. Because everyone likes to hear their name on the internet. I like to hear it. It's awesome. But my Twitch is having issues apparently. I don't know if everyone is or if it's just me. It's probably just me. And that's fine. That's fine. I don't need to look at the chat. And here we go. Almost. Ugh. Here we go. 100%, and we will be loading any second now. And load. Load. That's the hardest boss in the game right here. I'm wondering, I hope it didn't get paused as soon as the game started again. That seems to happen fairly often. People having connection issues. But actually one of our marshals, his client kept crashing today. So that's why we're a bit late starting. I was supposed to get an invite and just the games kept failing, so this is why we're late today. Some technical difficulties, as it were. And the game was paused immediately, so okay, good. Wow, I seem to be having computer issues myself. Not sure if this is still working or not, but I hope so. Boy.
A summoner has reconnected.
So I'll throw that up there, so, and put my overlay on. I always forget about the overlay. Oh, did it? Seriously?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Ugh. Anyway, we're back in the game. Alright. My Skype failed. That's cool. It looks like we're going to have a fight right here. Starting already. It looks like Thresh is actually, he might just drop. Ezreal as well. Blue team coming in very strong. Early game fight here. I don't think anyone's going to drop from it. Although, the prison does go down on Ahri, but she doesn't quite get killed. Looks like she's going to be okay this time around. There we go. And now we are back in the game. And everything's working properly now. Skype just took a big dump on my computer, that's all. Recently I've been having more and more issues with it. So, that's fine. We won't even worry about it right now because we are watching a sweet game.
Minions have spawned.
Fairly classic builds coming out from both teams. This Thresh doesn't quite have as many wards as a Zyra, so I'm not sure if he went... It doesn't look like he went too deep into the support tree, but that's fine. He might just be a bit tankier. He's got 30 armor and 44 mag resist with... Zyra. I'd like to click on Zyra, but apparently not today. There we go. Zyra with 25 and 30. So we got Zed up top here, doing some solo farming. Not too much happening anymore after that opening. However, Thresh does land his death sentence, pulls himself in, with Ezreal able to get a couple pot shots off on Ashe. Not too much damage, though. There's Jace poking at that Zed fairly decently. You do have to watch that. Jace able to switch back and forth between melee and range, so he's got some decent poke. And that's one thing Zed's going to have to be careful. He does have abilities that allow him to attack at a distance, but that will cost him energy. I guess it's not as bad as mana, but still. Just some decent farming going on at bottom here. Some last hitting. Ezreal started out. Ooh. The slow goes down on the Thresh. Thresh popping a potion, but Ashe is going to pick up FB on him. Ezreal hopping out of combat. Doesn't want to get stuck there. Facing 2v1. Wants to be a bit more careful. Ahri pushing up in this middle lane. Looks like J4 might go in on this Vi. And he's going to deal some decent damage to her, maybe try and steal her root dudes after. She did pop a potion. J4 doesn't want it bad enough to dive that tower, and that I think would have been a mistake if he had stuck around. So it looks like he's going to pick up those root dude kills with minimal problems. Vi being out after she picks up the dog. She is at 50% health here. So she'll probably want to get back and get more health after she lost. It looks like J4 might have left a root dude in the jungle for her to make sure that they don't respawn. And that's a good tactic when counter jungling. You leave them with just one of the small minions, and they're going to be screwed. There goes the puddle and the prison on Ahri, but Ahri's going to pop a potion here. Ahri, of course, getting spell vamp with her abilities. And when it goes through that line of minions, it does heal her quite a bit. It's very nice. Oh. Great, thanks, Skype. And Zed just getting some farm up here with Jace. Jace poking him a bit, not too much going on up top right now. Looks like there might be another fight coming up in bottom lane, but I don't know. I think purple team needs to be a bit careful. They are behind a kill already. And that is a bit of gold that they could use in the later game. Ahri poking with that ball. Not dealing a whole lot of damage, but dealing enough. Just keeping that Morgana zoned under her tower. Making sure Morgana has to try and get farm with the tower. You know, classic maneuver. Ashe poking. Not too much happening here. I think this J4 is going to come in for a gank, as Vi is down here as well. She has been exhausted, though. J4 is coming in. It looks like they might pick up the kill on the Thresh. Thresh flashing out, and we have paused the game for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and do that. It looks like Zed might be having issues staying connected to the game here. Not sure if it's client side or if it's just him. Maybe it might be his connection. We'll see We'll check the chat and see what everyone's saying. Oh, there's some reports going on. People seem upset about this, and I can't really blame them. It's always a bummer when you're trying to play a game, especially one where you have the potential to make money, and someone just up and leaves and wastes your time. You know? But what are you going to do? Sometimes you got connection issues, maybe there's a storm in his area, who knows what's going on. So we'll have to wait. He does have 27 minutes to reconnect here. I'm hoping it doesn't take that long, and it won't. It looks like he's back already. But, you know, during this gank, that's really inopportune for him, for the blue team. But we'll see what happens here. Thresh was almost dead. Too bad I can't move around the map and check stuff. Here we go. And Zyra is going to get dropped here, and J4 might go down as well. Zyra doesn't seem to be using her passive. Ooh! She launched it out on that Vi, but she's not going to pick it up. Zed going in on this Jace. Jace trying to take him down. The Ignite goes down, and Jace is going to pick up a kill while he was also ignited. That was a great fight, and a really smart engage there. Ahri got a bit too greedy diving on that, that Morgana under the tower. She forgot about the prison, I guess, and the prison just locked her there, and there was nothing she could do about it. So it looks like J4 is going to go up and cover the middle lane while Ahri gets her poop in a group and gets back into her lane. That has brought Purple Team up by 1 kill now. Ashe. Ashe just doing some scouting, seeing if that Vi's still around. See if she can harass a bit, and it looks like she'll be good this time around. And this Zyra, I think she's just going to go throw some wards down. I think she needs to throw some vision wards on, though. I think she needs to, well, actually, Purple Team isn't warding at all right now. They don't have any wards on the map right now, and that could lead to a major disadvantage in a bit here. Ashe going in on this this Thresh, and Thresh, I'm not sure if he's just not paying attention to that Zyra coming in, but Ashe is going to pick up a kill here, and this could be a double kill, but to no avail. Ezreal jumps out and saves himself, and he's going to be okay this time around. And it looks like Jace is going to go on the Zed again, but Zed is going to leap out with his shadow, and he's just going to save himself, which isn't a bad thing. You don't want to die. We're now 3-3, and blue team's only up by about 0.6k gold. So they aren't... There's not a huge lead going on here. Purple team just needs to get a bit more farm, and they'd catch up. But they need to be careful here. Ahri she got the ult from Morgana and got taken down there, the prison in the puddle, and that is a very deadly combo when you get hit by all 3 of those at the same time. So J4 is just going to chill out in mid, and he's going to wait it out. He's going to hold the lane, not push it too much. He's just going to make sure that Morgana can't push back, and that's a good play. Doesn't want to steal Ahri's farm, but doesn't want Morgana to get a huge advantage, a tower advantage even. But we are catching up in gold now. Blue team or purple team only behind by 0.2k gold now. They are starting to catch up, get their farm really sweet. Of course, who got FB? I think it was blue. Yeah, blue picked up FB, so that would be another contributing factor to their minor lead right now. However, that minor lead seems to have disappeared almost entirely now with the gold coming back. Morgana leaving her lane. It looks like it's time to buy. She's going to pick up some wards. She's got the dual Dorans and the arm guards, which will give her some armor against J4 ganks, which she does need to be careful about right now. I guess not right now because J4 is up top, but she will need to be careful of that. Ezreal going in on this Ashe. Ashe dropping the barrier, and hitting her ult on the Ezreal even after he flashed out. The bloodthirsty Zyra there picking up the kill on the Ezreal. The teleport from Morgana, like I said, I thought that was going to happen. The teleganks were going to come in, and they did in fact happen, allowing Morgana to capitalize on that fight. She was a bit late though. I think if she had gotten there a bit sooner, she could have saved both her teammates. Ahri is on the tower, of course, and Jace did just pick up that kill on the X-Man, as I've heard him called before, but on Zed. Did pick up that kill on him. The lockdown, the prison goes down on Ahri in the puddle of goo, and some laughing coming out from Morgana. She thinks it's just hilarious. But can you blame her? This game is a lot of fun, and I'm really liking these guys. These teams are keeping it tight. There's only 1 kill difference, and the gold is almost exactly on par. These guys are playing so well tonight. It's a lot of fun to see that. Looks like Ahri's going to pop a potion and keep herself sustained a bit in her lane while she waits for that minion wave, and Morgana as well is just going to hang out and wait for that wave to show up. The death sentence goes out, but it picks up a minion, actually allowing Ezreal to last hit it, which isn't a bad thing. Last hits are very important for the ADC. Ashe assaulting this Thresh right now. And Thresh, all he's got so far is the Philo Stone, and he hasn't bought like any wards, it seems. Only 1 ward, and it looks like G4 is going to go in. The taunt does go down on Morgana. I'm not sure if her spell shield was there in time. Vi comes in for the gank, and it looks like they might... The Cataclysm goes down on Morgana. Morgana dodging the ball, and it looks like she's going to survive this one. But Zed is coming in. Zed's going to get the kill. He's going to ult in on her. Morgana just about down, and she does go down just barely to the Zed. Very close fight. Great gank from the Zed. Jace is on his way down, though, and he might be able to pick up the kill on that Ahri if he can land the accelerator gate. The ult coming out from Ezreal, but it's not going to hit anybody of importance. Just some minions and maybe some jungle creeps. So it looks like Jace is going to cover mid while Zed is here. And it looks like Vi wants to come around and get a gank on that Zed. Nope, she's just going to pick up the rude dudes. I thought she might go in for a gank. But not today. Not today. It's like Purple's pushing a bit harder. The death sentence goes down on the Ashe. Ashe taking some damage, but Thresh almost going down. The ult comes down, and Ashe picks up the kill, burning her ult to pick it up. Not a bad idea, though, as Vi was there. If she hadn't have done that, it was, as you saw, it was not blocked, they wouldn't have gotten the kill there. J4 coming in, and it looks like they're going to pick up the kill on this Vi as well. Ashe flashing in and picking up the kill. That's the way I prefer to see flashes used, as, you know, a way to secure kills. I mean, sure, they're great for running, but it's awesome when you see a team use it as a way to secure a kill. It looks like blue team's going to get Dragon, but purple team knows they are there, and I think they're going to throw out some pokes, and the wards are coming down finally. It's taken a bit, and it looks like Thresh has finally picked up some wards. Purple team, Ezreal trying to ult on it to pick it up, but to no avail. He's going to miss it. The taunt goes down on the on the Morgana, that is. Jace going in, trying to pick up the kill on the J4. J4 flashing over the wall, though, and saving his butt. They don't want to give away too many kills here. They are in the lead now, 8-7, and they do have a significant lead in gold, about 2K. If they keep this up, they will just snowball and win it, but it looks like they're about to lose the tower in mid to Jace and Thresh. And it's definitely going to go down. Minions are going to pick that up, but I think that's mostly due to the Jace damage there coming out. And Jace, I think he wants to get the kill on this Ahri. And fighting under that tower right now might not be the best idea. The Ignite does go down, and if he accelerator gates in a nice fashion, he might pick that up, but I don't think he's going to this time around. He didn't. I think he would have had the mana for it, actually. Oh, Death Sentence just barely missed on the Ashe. The Ignite is down. However, J4 jumps in to try and save Ashe and gets dropped himself. Jace is coming down. It looks like he's going to help push over this tower while Ashe is leaving. Zed is coming down. The ult goes out from Ezreal. Does stop the Ashe B. So she is going to be delayed now with very little health. If someone could get in there and pick her up, that would be it for her. But she is hidden behind a tower, and there is a minion wave right there, so I don't think she needs to worry. The Oracle comes out from Zyra, so Zyra's going to start cleaning up these wards, and that is going to cut down on Purple Team's vision. Looks like Purple Team is going to pick up another tower here. That'll be tower number 2 for them. And Ahri is not going to make it up to top in time. These lane rotations that are happening from Purple Team are really working to their advantage. They are just cleaning up nicely, getting all the wards that they can. It looks like Zyra's really trying to get rid of all the wards, get herself a bit extra gold, and that's not a bad thing. You know, giving the support some gold is going to be good, but Purple Team is down on towers, and it looks like Jace is just going to go in on this Ahri. He gets taunted. Ooh! Ahri flashes out of the way of the prison. Jace is going to back off. There's no Zac here, but Zed is going to throw some poke out. The charm almost hits that hits the Jace, but he did get the spell shield from Morgana, so I think he would have been okay on that one. Just some harass going on here from the Ashe. He's trying to take down that tower. The ult comes in from the Ezreal. It looks like he's trying to keep his lane clean, or his team's lane clean, as they have not lost a tower yet. And that did hit the Zed and the J4. So it wasn't a bad ult. It doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it does do some. It looks like Vi's going to come in bottom, maybe for a gank. But I'm not sure if that would be the best idea for her at this point, as they do see her. That ward was there. She did clean it out, though. And Zed's just going to go in on this tower, it seems. Jace is on his way, and Vi is right near there as well. And it looks like Jace is going to scare off that Zed. Keep him off the tower. And he might just own the middle lane for a bit here while he waits for Morgana to get back. That mid tower is almost dead, though. Vi coming in on this Ashe. The Ashe ult goes out, but I think it hit a minion instead. The Zyra ult comes out too, as does the Vi ult. And the Thresh. Everyone's ults are just coming out in this bottom lane. Zyra almost picking up the kill on the Thresh, but Thresh gets out just in time. He better be careful from that Zyra passive. But it looks like it's going to be okay. Purple Team does lose their first tower in bottom. But Morgana gets punished for it. Looks like they're going to lose top tower as well. Zed and J4 pushing this as hard as they can. They are out of minions, and here comes Jace to save the day. Just like any superhero would, in the nick of time, he shows up to save his tower. It is almost dead, though, but I think he's going to be okay as J4 and Zed are leaving. Vi is going to, however, push that bottom lane, and I think she might get it just in time. We'll have to see how that goes for her. But great plays coming out from both teams here. Some classic builds here. We've got classic jungle items from both jungles. J4 not getting a lot of damage, though. He's just got a Spirit Stone and an Aegis, though. So it looks like we'll probably see that Locket coming out pretty quick here. I think that might be his first build, actually. And that'll be a good item for his team for sure. There it is, actually, already. See the Locket. And I think Thresh might try and land a death sentence. I know there's the death sentence, and this will truly be a death sentence. She does flash out of the Ezreal ult, but I don't think it's going to be enough to save her life. The barrier comes out from Ashe. Ashe is running hard. She is ignited. The ult goes down on Vi, but Vi doesn't really care. Ahri comes in to try and save the day, but Ahri is going to get dropped very quickly as well. The death sentence goes down on Ahri. Thresh goes in, but he is getting dropped fairly hard, and he might just die. He does go down. The bloodthirsty support picks that up. But Morgana is here, and she is burning people to death with that hot liquid goo. And there is another pause in this game. Not sure why this time. We'll have to take a look at the chat.
A summoner has disconnected.
This time it's Jace quitting. I thought it might be the Zed again, but nope, it is the Jace. So that's fine. It's someone different. We'll just wait for this to clear up, and let's Let's take a look at builds. Ari. She has triple Dorans and a Fiendish Codex, actually. Triple Dorans, that's an interesting build. I've never seen that come out on an Ari myself. So that's quite an interesting build she's got going on there. And Zyra looks like a classic support build, except with that Haunting Guise. Looks like it'll probably build into a Leandries, I'd say, and give her some extra damage. She has been fairly bloodthirsty, 325. And Zed looks like he might go for a Bork with that Cutlass and a Brutalizer. He's got the Brutalizer already. And of course, as we were just talking about, J4 with that Locket and the Kindle Gem. That'll probably become the... I think it's the Golem. The Golem item that gives you health. Actually, this is it right here. Yeah, Spirit of the Ancient Golem. I think that's probably what he's going to build that into coming up next with that Kindle Gem. And then Ashe, of course, with the IE already and her Zeal. No life steal on the Ashe, though. It looks like she's just going for some damage. Jace, well, we'll start with Vi. We'll start at the top. Vi, she has the Spirit of the Golem as well. That's classic tank jungle item build. And an Emblem of Valor, I think she'll probably also build that into a Locket. And no Magic Mantle and the Boots of Speed. That she might go Merc Treads, but we'll have to see what she decides to do with that. Morgana already got her Zonya's, 2 Dorns, and Magic Pen Boots.
A summoner has disconnected.
And Jace leaving again. It looks like he's having serious connection problems, but this is going to give me a chance to talk about builds. Jace already has his Man Immune. That is a classic build for Jace. Back when I played Jace, it wasn't so common, but nowadays, that's getting to be the thing. You need that mana sustain so you can just keep poking and hitting hard. And it looks like he's got that Rad Scythe already, and that'll give him some life steal and health sustain. And I think that'll probably build into a... I'm thinking a Bloodthirster, but we'll have to see where he goes with this. It could also be a Bork. But right now, he's just got these long swords. Probably a Brutalizer coming out next, I think. At least that's what I hope to see. I do like Brutalizer a lot, especially on Jace. Thresh finally getting wards. He's got his ward item there. With the Ruby Sightstone and everything else. He's got a Philo Stone. Not too much going on support-wise so far, but those wards are important, and of course Thresh getting passive armor from his soul harvesting, so he doesn't really need to build too many armor items. Really, he can just kind of become tanky on his own. And then Ezreal, it does look like we're going to see a blue Ezreal come out here. He's got the Elder Lizard. He's got a Sheen already. He's got the Tear and Doran's Blade. So I think this Tear is going to build into his Man Immune next. And I wouldn't be surprised if that is going to be the case. Let's see what people are saying. Well, we're just going to have to wait on this pause right now. Not much we can do about it, as there's not much to talk about. I've gone over builds, and so far it's really a purple team is really starting to get a lead. They don't have a huge gold lead, but they are ahead in towers and kills. And we're 19 minutes in, and they are at 12 kills, so they're doing really well here. Blue team still fighting really hard. They're only, like I said, they're only 3 kills behind. I guess I didn't technically say that, but with purple team being 3 up, that means blue is 3 down. But they are only like 100 gold behind in 1 tower. It's really not that big a difference right now. But we'll have to see how the game goes from here. It looks like J4 is going to come in on this, and Ari and Zyra are right behind him. Zed is up top. I'm not sure where he's moving as I can't control the map. But I think he might be heading down, and Jace, I think he's going to go split push top. And that'll be a huge advantage if they just let him do that. But we'll have to see what happens. I'm going to open up the chat again and see what people are saying, if they know. Apparently Thresh is making pizza. Jace is finally reconnected, and I'm hoping, that's right, I'm hoping. That's hoping to open. I'm hoping that he stays connected this time and we can get this game going, as it is just starting to heat up here. Yes. And here we go, game start. Yeah, it does look like Zed is going to head down, and Jace is going to go for the split push, like I was saying. And Purple Team might just be able to pick up this tower. Morgana coming around. It looks like she's going to try and pick up a kill. She's chasing down that Ahri fairly hard. Ahri gets the charm off, though. J4 coming in, knocks her up. But Vi is right behind her. Vi knows when to back off, though. The Zhonya's goes off, and her ult persists. I did not realize that would happen, but I suppose if it works for Kennen, it might as well work for Morgana as well. Cataclysm coming down on the Vi. Vi flashing out of Zed's ult, though. The Tri-Shadows, I think it's called, but I don't actually know off the top of my head. I guess I could find out right here, right now. Deathmark appears to be what his ult's called, and that's fine. And Jace with the split push here. Looks like Ashe is going to try and come stop him, but will she be enough to defeat Jace? Or at least keep him held off. Jace is going to get about a quarter of that tower's health down by himself. Blue team picking up Dragon there and keeping their gold lead. And they are only behind 1 kill now. They've kept it up, and they've taken a tower as well. Ooh, Ashe ulting on this Jace. Jace going back in on the Ashe, though. The Ignite goes down, and there... Oh, she is ignited. Will she drop? She pops out the potion, and she survives. She barely survives. Big plays, about 50 health left on the Ashe. During that fight, the ult came out and just cleaned up that Jace. He didn't even know what to do with that one. It was crazy. Good plays from that Ashe. She took the risk that he was still in that bush, and it played out for the best. Don't have any water. Just gonna take a sip of water. But Morgana back in her mid lane here. Looks like she's gonna get some cleanup happening. Not sure why Blue is pinging there. I'm not sure if they're looking for a gank or if they're just waiting. If they want to wait there or they think someone's there, I'm not entirely sure. But we'll see what they do with it. Ashe picking up red buff for herself, and she might. I'm not sure what she's doing. She's going back and forth here, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there. Thresh getting some jungle. He's going to leave that soul behind. Not sure why. Vi picking up her red buff this time around. And Zyra coming around. Not sure if it's for a gank. Oh, I see. They were pinging for a ward there. And J4 is going to go in on this Vi. Zyra waiting in the wings. Jace just cleaning up and poking at the Zed. Not too much damage going down on this Vi so far. It doesn't look like J4 engaged her at all. Jace is coming down, though. And it looks like Thresh and Ezreal are going to split push the bottom lane while Blue Team is distracted. Oh, maybe not. They might pick up the Stoner brothers. Oh, no, they are. They are, okay. And that's not a bad play. The split push can be very strong. As, ooh, Ashe whiffs her arrow. That is going to hit nothing, and Ezreal's ult didn't hit much either, but I think he was just trying to clean up some minions. Vi is coming down for a gank, though, on this this team, this blue team in the bottom. Zyra cleaning up wards. She wants that extra gold. Jace going in on the Zed. Zed's trying to fight back, but it's taking a beating here, and J4 is here as well, and the teleport comes in from the Morgana. Looks like Jace is going to try and help her chase this down, and they might just pick up the kill. J4 pulling himself out of danger, but will it be enough? We'll have to get back to that as soon as we see this gank in the bottom. Death Sentence goes out on the Ashe, and she gets exhausted. It looks like she's going to drop. Thresh is dropping hard here. Vi goes in. She's tanking it. She's tanking all the damage here. Ezreal needs to get back in there and deal some damage. Help her disengage at least. Zyra just barely missing her root. And Jace helping push back this lane very hard. I'm not sure if Jace was trying to hit that minion or Morgana. But at any rate, looks like we'll be okay. Oh, I thought people were flashing over that wall. I'm like, that's silly. The root goes down on J4 for Morgana to try and escape. I'm not sure if she's purposely being out or trying to bait, because there's no teammates around her right now. And blue team is pinging hard on her. They want her dead. They want the kill. And that's fine. Kills are good. Looks like blue team is going to regroup a little bit, but Jace is still going for that split push. He's sticking in his lane. And blue team better be careful. Looks like Jace and Ezreal are actually leaving. Nope, Jace is back. I don't think he needs to be too worried about that Zed. He seems to be able to duel him no problem. That is, duel him and win. I guess you could technically duel anyone no problem. Doesn't mean you're going to win, though. Looks like Ashe and Ahri are going to stick in their lane for a bit at least. Maybe not. Need a Red Bull. Not sponsored by Red Bull. The root comes out from... what's her name? I can't even think of her name now. Zyra. Morgana flashing in and busting out her ult with the Zhonya's going off, and it looks like they're just going to pick up kills here left, right, and center. Morgana just barely staying alive. Vi dropping hard, and Zed comes out of nowhere. They might not have wanted to engage that. I'm not sure if that was... I don't think that was planned quite as well as they wanted it to be. Jace is coming in here, but it's going to be a mistake. I don't think he can take on 3 of them at once. He is going to pick up the kill on this Ahri, no problem, though. And he's going to fight this Zed. I guess no one is technically around to stop him. And he does pick up a double kill, actually. Ahri was fairly low, but I guess it was just enough that Jace can 2v1 1.5 champs, at least. I guess 1.5 v1 is more fair, because Ahri was half dead and had lower mana. But it does look like he is going to go for that Bloodthirster with the BF Sword and the Rad Scythe. So we should see that happening pretty quick here. I guess the Scythe isn't as rad as it doesn't have a skull on it anymore, but that's what I call it. And it looks like Jace is going to stick in this lane here. He doesn't seem too worried about that Ashe. He is going to leave, though. He doesn't want to fight her right now, and that's probably for the best. Because last time he was under 50% health, she just ulted on him and took him down. There was nothing he could really do about it. And it looks like there might be some dragon thoughts coming out from the purple team. I'm not sure that they're aware. They are not aware where almost any of blue team is. So they might want to be a bit careful. I'm not sure if they're just trying to fake it and bait it, or if they're really going for it. Yeah, they don't know that blue team's still there. I think they have a hunch, but... and there's the ward, so now they know, but they are going to get that kill. Ashe is going to whiff her ult. Morgana's going to get taken down, unfortunately, for her. The Cataclysm comes down from J4, and they are just... I think it's just going to be cleanup crew time now. Ezreal just kind of kiting people around with that Frozen Gauntlet. I don't think it's called Frozen Gauntlet. Iceborne Gauntlet is what it's called. Ahri's going to get dropped. J4 jumping in on this Ezreal, but I think Ezreal's going to have more than enough health to take J4 down, and yes, he will. Jace is still around. Jace gets rooted, and he gets dunked on by the ground below his feet from the Zyra. I guess that's not really a dunk. There's no sports reference there. There's nothing there. He just gets shut down by the Zyra and her plants. Mother Nature. And it looks like Ezreal's going to pick up red buff here. Or not. I guess he was just harassing it. He's just going to clean up the top lane. And that'll be good for him. That'll get him some more CS. He is currently sitting at 198. With Jace having the highest in the game at 212. Ezreal's actually second highest as well. Blue team has pulled ahead in kills. They're still behind in towers, but they're still ahead in money. so they don't seem to be too concernicus about it right now. I think they're playing very well as a team. Both teams are playing very well as teams. They're working together. They're getting kills. I think their team comp it will kind of lend itself more to the split push from the Jace, as that is what we've been seeing. The ult comes out from Ashe, and that is just going to, I think it's just going to hit this Thresh. The death sentence goes out on J4 there, but it doesn't matter because the Thresh died. Some damage coming out on this Morgana. Oh, there's Vi. She's gonna take a bit of damage. God, why am I yawning so much today? This game isn't boring. I haven't had a Red Bull this evening yet, and I have to go to work soon. That's a bit of a bummer for me. It looks like blue team's gonna congregate in the middle, and Zed is on his way over. They might try and push down this lane. I think that would be the smart move. But they're afraid of the pokes, as Jace and Ezreal do have fairly strong pokes. J4 and Zyra look like they're coming around for a sweet gank, but will it be in time? Jace coming around on that J4, and it looks like purple team is going to stay grouped, and I think that's for the best here. Here and now, I think their best option is to stay grouped up. And as a team, as a tight little crew. But Zed is pushing top for that split push, and they might want to be careful about that. He is, however, leaving, so I think he might come back bottom for a fight. Vi and Thresh look like they're set up for a team fight here, but we'll have to see how it goes. I'll have to see how this plays out. The poke's coming in, and Morgana locking down the J4, and he gets ulted on in the puddle of goop. The ult comes in from Ashe, and that might just be the engage that blue team needs. Ezreal is hopping away. J4 drops Cataclysm on him. J4 is alone, though. Ezreal's going to survive that, just barely, though. Zed comes in. He is ignited. Jace is poking hard. Zed is flashing away. He's trying to run. He's running as hard as he can. Vi gets locked down here, and it looks like we went 1 for 1 there. Death Sentence doesn't land down anything. It whiffs a bit. Vi coming in under that tower. She better be careful, though, as it is just her and Thresh is going to get dropped there. Jace is going to pick up a tower, though, and a kill on the Ashe. Very good team play coming in. I think Jace might just be able to push over this next tower as well. Strong Jace makes for a strong team. Often I see Jace get banned, and I often do ban Jace. I play a lot of 3s, and he is annoying in 3s, let me tell you. And he's not much better in 5s. He's just, when he gets strong like this, it's hard to fight him. J4 coming in with the home guard. He's trying to catch up, but he's not going to make it in. And it looks like blue team is going to take that blue buff away from blue team. And blue team was aware they were there, so they know where they are right now. Or where they were, at least. And they are just going to wait and see what happens. Ezreal's just going to pick up the buff from blue. And it looks like they might reconvene in the middle. Thresh sticking with Ezreal as his support, and I like seeing that. I like it when a support follows around the ADC, keeps him alive, or tries to keep him alive at least. Sometimes you just kind of get pooped on. Looks like Thresh spotted Zeke's Herald, actually. Interesting. That'll definitely help his team in team fights, give them the ability to stay alive longer. I don't know how else to put that. It's going to give them extra life leech and extra AD as well, and that'll really help out the Jace and the Ezreal and the Vi for that matter. Just thinking about how much AD their team actually has, that's Zeke's Herald is going to help them out quite a bit. Not too much. It looks like purple team's going to go for another dragon here. and it looks like blue team has an idea as to where purple team is. Purple team not aware of where blue team was, though. And it looks like they're just going to clean up some wards here and try and fall back tactically and not give away any kills. The ult comes in from the Ashe, so it looks like they might go for an engage. J4 jumps in. J4 flashing back over the wall, though. Death Sentence almost landing on the Zyra. Zyra making it out, though. Just barely surviving. That shock through the accelerator gate. The ult comes in from the Zai. Zai, and by Zai I mean Vi. The ult coming in from Morgana as well. Morgana locking down that Zed in the goop. Zac dunking into the hoop. J4's hoop, and it looks like J4 is going to get dunked for that himself. Zyra coming back, picking up the kill on the Christ. That's exactly who that was that just got dunked on Jace. She's just going to pick up that kill, and it looks like a very bloodthirsty support in that bottom lane. 5-3-14. She's really helping out. Blue team just barely ahead in kills. They are now behind in gold and very behind in turrets. They are 3 turrets behind now, as that tier 3 turret got taken down on the inhibitor. And it looks like they lost the inhibitor as well, so that is not a good thing for them. I think they need to play defensively for a bit here and really watch themselves. Make sure that they don't get too dunked. And there's that Manor Ward inside their base from the purple team. Purple team finally starting to buy more and more wards, and it definitely helps them a lot. And that ward's gonna disappear now. But purple team started a bit weak on the wards, and I was wondering why. I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. But now it looks like everything's gonna be okay, and I'm quite happy with that. It looks like blue team trying to clean up the wards. They know Morgana's around there, as Zed did just get dunked. And by dunked, I mean dunked in that goo. I'm using the word dunked a bit too much tonight, I think. Blue team is aware that purple is there, though. And it looks like Vi's going to ult in on this Ashe, but Ashe is going to flash over the wall. And it looks like this might just come up in favor of blue team this time around. Blue team picking up more and more kills as the game goes on. They are all almost dead, though. Ezreal coming in and cleaning up along with the Jace. Now the question is, will Jace and Ezreal be able to do enough to win this game? And I think they will, as there are plenty of minions in their base and more minions coming. Purple team was pinging on Baron, but with 2 of them there, I don't think it's worth. I think what they need to do is push and win this. They do have almost 30 seconds before anyone on blue team is up, and I think it'll be enough. Jace coming in and helping clean up the minions, and they are going to pick up both towers, and I think this will be a good game, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, just J4's leaving. Jace is just going to run in and execute himself at this point. It doesn't seem that he cares. And I think this will be a good game as long as Ezreal doesn't do the same thing. And J4 is back just in time for the end of the match. A great game by both teams. At the end there, it was so close. Blue team just started to come ahead on kills, but they got too low on health and just allowed Ezreal and Jace to clean them up. And that is, you gotta watch yourselves. You may want to go all in like that, but when you don't know where the Ezreal is and he can ult in and just clean you up, or Jace is getting away, Jace is one of those champs that can just, you know, look like he's running away, hide in a bush, and jump out and just slam you and jam you. You know? But a very close game and very good game from both teams. Purple team was just able to take objectives more often and better than the blue team, but blue team was able to keep up in kills the entire match. It was very good. Great game. I love seeing games like that. Anyways, for those of you who are watching, thanks for watching. I'm sure you I don't need that, I need that. I'm sure you already know all about Game for Glory. Game4Glory.net. Play games, win money. As you can see, there it is, right there, right there. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Anyway, I'm the judge. This is Wednesday night league casts. Unfortunately, I will not be doing the next game as I do have to go to work. But tip your waitress. Check out Game4Glory Twitch channel. If you're already there, great. Subscribe. Or at least follow. I don't think they have a subscription option yet, but at least follow us. Support new casters like myself and Ice Troopers, and anyone else who may be doing it. Off the top of my head, I'm not entirely sure. I think at some point Zot wants to cast with me, but we'll see how that goes. And I'll talk to you guys next week. I have to go to a wedding this weekend, so I won't be casting Friday or Saturday, as the wedding is on Saturday. But I'll see if I can pick up some more games next week. We'll see what's available and see if I'm not busy. Have a good evening.